Top 10 facts about walruses. Here are 10 things everyone should know about these majestic ocean wonders. Fact 1. There are two main subspecies of walrus, the Atlantic and Pacific, which both occupy different areas of the Arctic. The Atlantic walrus lives in the seasonally ice-covered northern waters of Canada, Greenland, Norway, and Russia. The Pacific walrus has a wide range between Russia and the U.S., Alaska, from the Bering to the Chukchi Seas as well as the Laptov Sea. There's thought to be around 25,000 Atlantic and around 200,000 Pacific walrus in the wild. Fact 2. A male walrus can weigh over a ton. Male Pacific walruses can reach 3.6 foot long and weigh over 1,500 kilograms, that's 1.5 tons. And big is beautiful. They need fat to stay alive. Fact 3. Both male and female walruses have tusks. Walruses use their tusks to haul themselves out of the water and onto the sea ice. Their tusks are also used for keeping breathing holes open in the ice, fighting with other walruses, and for defense against predators. Fact 4. Mother walruses are very protective of their young. A female walrus can get very protective of her calf. She will pick it up with her flippers and hold it to her chest if it's threatened before diving into the water to escape predators. Walruses have young fairly infrequently, so it is vital for them to protect their offspring. Fact 5. They can live to around 40 years old, and it shows. Most of them carry a vast map scars on their skin, wounds inflicted in disputes with fellow walrus during the breeding season. Fact. Walruses are rarely found in deep water. They prefer feeding at the bottom of shallow waters, eating clams, mollusks, worms, snails, softshell crabs, shrimp, and sea cucumbers. Tasty. Fact swim. Pacific walruses spend spring and summer feeding over a huge continental shelf. They feed on the shallow continental shelf in the Chukchi Sea. These walruses use sea ice for resting between feeding bouts, breeding, giving birth and nursing their young, as well as for shelter from rough seas and predators. Fact. Walruses rest on ice or ashore. Walruses prefer to rest on sea ice. Atlantic walruses routinely also rest ashore in the summer and autumn, as feeding grounds in the Atlantic are closer to land. Fact. Walruses are highly susceptible to disturbance and noise. During their mass gatherings, stampedes can occur as easily spooked walruses attempt to reach the water. Fact 10. The greatest threat to walruses is climate change. Melting sea ice means more Pacific walruses are resting on land, further from their feeding grounds. These ever-growing gatherings can be deadly, especially for young calves. And as the Arctic opens up to more shipping, tourism, industry, and noise, the Atlantic walruses are at greater threat of disturbance and therefore stampedes.